Hey K-popers, and welcome back to Hallyu, where it's time for a brand new K-pop news update. We've had our first full week in 2021, and with it some bombshell news about GOT7 leaving JYP, the future of their members, and some happy news for fans of Everglow, along with some great new releases. Before we get started, a quick thank you to Hallyu's honorary producers. If you want to be on this list and show off your bias group to everyone watching, you can support my work on Patreon. Patrons also have a say in lots of videos before they're released, so if you want to leave your mark on Hallyu, come join us over on Patreon. Alright guys, let's jump right in. This is your K-pop news update for January 10th, 2021. Alright, now let's start by talking about GOT7 because the past couple of days have been a roller coaster ride for GOT7s to say the least. The first major piece of news to come out was the fact that Yugyeom was leaving JYP Entertainment to join AOMG. Along with that news came the fact that JYP had not really gotten anywhere with GOT7's other contract renewals, and just 12 hours ago it hit a breaking point. That's when Dispatch reported what felt inevitable at this point, that all GOT7 members did not renew their contracts with JYP. I dove into this a lot in the breaking news video, and I'll share the key points here about GOT7 and the individual members that we've learned. Most importantly, GOT7 is not disbanding. The members have said that despite the fact that they're all going their own ways, they will make time in their schedules to be together as GOT7 in some way, shape, or form. Though only one or two of the members were happy enough at JYP to want to renew their contracts, the members are still on good terms with each other. It was only animosity with JYP Entertainment itself, and it went both ways as we saw the JYP account unfollow several members, and Bam Bam himself responded to it. Now, as I did in the breaking news video, let's go over what we know about each GOT7 member's next steps in their career as of right now. As I mentioned, Yugyeom is headed to AOMG, the label run by J Park, who also left JYP in the past. It sounds like Yugyeom wants to pursue a more hip-hop influenced style of music in the future, which makes sense why he'd go to AOMG. Youngjae hasn't had any official news come out, but apparently he has been reached out to by Sublime Artist Agency, who is notably an agency, not a music label, so Youngjae would be pursuing modeling and other paths beyond just music. JB also hasn't decided on his next steps, but has also had some hip-hop labels reach out to him about a career as a solo artist. Jackson will be continuing to be active in China and in Korea, where he's already been promoting under his Team Wang label. Bam Bam plans to be promoting in Thailand and in Korea, and while it's not clear how he'll start in Thailand yet, rumor is he's discussing a contract with Make Us Entertainment. Jeong will be signing with BH Entertainment in the near future and pursuing a full-time career in acting. And finally, Mark will be returning to the United States, specifically Los Angeles, to get back to the basics and spend some time with his family. He also plans on starting his own YouTube channel and is open to the idea of trying out a solo music career in the United States. I'm personally a little worried that with so many different schedules across several countries, it may not be easy for GOT7's members to reunite as we'd hope they would, but only time will tell what that's gonna look like. One encouraging sign is that 6 of the members have shared the same photo on Instagram with the hashtag GOT7Forever. In addition, Mark shared this heartfelt message on Twitter saying nothing is coming to an end, just the beginning. What are your thoughts on GOT7's future and the members' individual careers? I'd love to hear them down in the comments. And now for some great news for Everglow fans who have been on edge for weeks about Sihyeon and Yiren's positive tests. JYP Entertainment released a statement which says the following. This is an announcement that Everglow's Yiren and Sihyeon are out of isolation and have received a final negative test for COVID-19. After Sihyeon and Yiren tested positive for COVID-19 on December 1st, they received treatment according to public health guidelines. This evening, they received a negative result on their final COVID-19 tests. The public health authorities have cleared them to resume all regular activities. This is wonderful news, and I'm so glad that the girls did not have any adverse effects from the virus. I look forward to their next activities. Alright, now let's switch over to the new releases that we got this week. As is the case in most years, the beginning of January is definitely a little slower than most weeks, but we did get some great new music nonetheless. We'll start with Starship Entertainment soloist Jeong Sewoon, who released this song called In the Dark. The talented duo Keembo are back with Love Me For Me. A.C.E teamed up with rapper Thutmose and Steve Aoki to deliver this remix of their song Fav Boyz. Soloist Hong Eun-ki is back with On and On. It's gotta be like on and on. You gotta go like on and on. Boy group MCND are back with another comeback before the rookie year finishes. This is Crush. Let's get it, know that man. That chillin', oh my god. Dance like downtown. The renowned singer-songwriter Sunwoo Jeong has released this beautiful song called In the Bed. And last but not least, we have the vocal group Jang with Fall Asleep. As always, let me know what new songs you've really enjoyed from this week down in the comments. My pick for the week is the Fav Boyz remix. I loved Steve Aoki's remix of Mic Drop, and I love this one too. And now back to the news, where we finally have a new date for Super Junior's comeback. The album, which will be their 10th studio album called The Renaissance, is scheduled to release on February 16th. Secret Number revealed their official fandom name, which is Lucky. This of course was announced the day I finally released the second part of my grading fandom names video, but I'll give the girls a B. It fits well with the secret part of their name, but the meaning is definitely pretty cheesy. SM is wasting no time after their New Year's concert, as it's come out that SHINee will be making a comeback in February. This will be their first comeback as a group in 3 years. And speaking of exciting comebacks, HyunA's comeback is confirmed to be on January 28th. The release was of course originally planned in August before HyunA delayed it due to some health concerns. Former Wonder Girls member Seohyun has opened an online market to sell some of her personal items for charity. All proceeds from the sale will be going to help the Beautiful Foundation, who are assisting 18-year-olds who can no longer be helped by Child Protective Services. Blackpink's Rosé has been selected as a muse for Yves Saint Laurent Beauty. This is a huge brand in the beauty space, and so I'm sure Rosé will be getting paid handsomely for this partnership. IU has taken home the Day Song for Digital Song of the Year at the 35th Golden Disc Awards for Blooming. Congratulations, IU. If this doesn't make you proud, I don't know what will. For the first time ever in K-pop, 3 girl groups all eclipsed 1 million sales in the year 2020, with Blackpink, Twice, and IZ*ONE reaching those unbelievable heights. My Ultimate Bias Girls' Generation Seohyun has partnered with one of the brands that she models for, Secret Day, to donate 100 million won worth of feminine hygiene products to the G Foundation. These products will be going to the underprivileged and to young people who need it most. Pak Bom of To Anyone fame has shared on Instagram that she's working on a new comeback. 2021 is already shaping up to be a great year. A quick congratulations to aespa, as their debut MV Black Mamba has passed 100 million views on YouTube. Girl group Pink Fantasy are gearing up for a comeback, and they seem to be hinting that they'll finally reveal Daewon's face. In case you don't know much about the group, they currently have a hidden member who has somehow stayed secret until now. Blackpink's Lisa will be a dance mentor on the 3rd season of Youth with You, a Chinese TV show. Interestingly, the contestants will be boys, and I'm sure Lisa will be showing them how it's done. I almost couldn't believe this when I saw it, but Oh My Girl's Nonstop album has become their first ever to hit 50,000 sales. I can't believe the girls hadn't passed that milestone before now, given how popular they are in Korea, but regardless, congratulations to OMG. And speaking of sales, STAYC has passed 25,000 sales for their debut album On Gaon, a strong start for the brand new girl group. 17 held a wonderful performance for the Late Late Show with James Corden this week, where they performed Home Run, and that isn't it for them with Western Promotions. They'll also be appearing on the January 13th episode of the Kelly Clarkson Show. The future is certainly bright for 17. Alright, now let's once again talk about that lack of music shows, shall we? Many shows are still not hosting broadcasts as we start out 2021, but what hasn't changed from previous weeks and months is BTS's dominance. The boys won again for Dynamite on Music Bank, and followed that up with, of course, a win for Life Goes On Show Music Core. And on Inkigayo, it was soloist Kyungsoo who came out on top, beating out aespa and taking her first win for SHINee Star on the music show. Alright K-popers, you're officially caught up on everything going on in the K-pop world. Let me know what new songs and what news items from this week stood out to you down in the comments. And don't forget to check back tomorrow as we kick off round 2 of our search for the best modern K-pop group. Round 1 was already full of intense battles, and your groups will need you to keep on advancing in the tournament. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to stay caught up with the K-pop world while having a ton of fun every week, make sure you're subscribed to Hallyu.